What's up, Williams and his family? We are back with another edition. I am Spencer.
I am Tomika.
And we have, as always, our special guest in the building, Miss Cece.
Who is very talkative today. So
So if you hear a couple of coos and gahs, that's her. Definitely, that's her. Today, we're keeping in themes of relationships. Today we're going to put a little different spin on it. Today, the relationship we would like to deal with is the relationship between the Black community and politics.
Yes, so today we're actually going to be interviewing Mr. Mo Brown from South Carolina, who recently had a bid for Congress. So we're just going to, talk to him and get some information about his background and what made him go into that field as well, see where he plans to go from there. And we got a lot of good questions to ask him today on this interview. So,
is this Cousin Mo?
This is Cousin Mo.
What's good, Cousin Mo? Would you like us to refer to you as a different name?
Nah, Mo's fine.
Okay. How's everything going today?
Everything's great, man. It's been a pretty busy day, just trying to get some stuff done and make some business moves. About it.
Okay.
That's what's up.
As always, we got your cousin here.
Hello.
Right. Hey, what's up, Mimi?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good.
We got little CC here too.
What's happening, little CC?
Say nothing, just regurgitating.
That's what's up.
So we're gonna do this interview thing with you, sir. If that is cool, I have brung up the wrong questions. That's for the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me 1 second, Mo.
So, tell us, go ahead and just tell us about yourself. Give us a, little introduction about you.
So it depends on how deep you want to go. I mean,
as deep as you want to go.
As deep as you want to go or allowed to go.
Okay. I'm from Belton, South Carolina. My beautiful cousin, P.O.C. Mimi, as we call her.
Yes.
She's from there too, and grew up very humble beginnings, big family. We loved on each other. My mom, she was a teenage parent. I was her second son. She had me at 16, my oldest at 14. Then two other sons about the age of 20. So we was raised by the village, staying with my great niece and my uncle. And then our community as well, just wrapping their arms around us and, trying to make us be good young men. Was in the church, was raised to be respectful and be hardworking. And thankfully for me, I was pretty athletic, and I was able to use my athletic gifts to get good at track. My mom sacrificed a lot, and we was able to start traveling around and running track across the country and winning. And for a young man coming out of Belton, South Carolina, about population about 4,500 people, mm-hmm. being able to get outside of 30-minute mile radius and not only see things but compete and gain confidence and realize what possibilities are out there, based off of my abilities and my athletic abilities. That really made me focus in more on my academics, because I realized then that I could go to play on another level. So that happened, and from there, I got a scholarship, played at the University of South Carolina. Played football for Steve Spurrier. I was a wide receiver there for 4 years.
Go Gators. Oh, I'm sorry. You said South Carolina. My bad. Go ahead.
It's okay, man. Everybody got to root for somebody, but it's whatever. We dusted y'all off this year. Man, I think it was like the worst win in y'all history.
Yeah, they weren't that good this year.
But nonetheless, so that was an amazing experience playing football with Steve Spurrier. I was senior captain. That was a great honor as well. My peers should see me in that light. On the academic side, I got a double major. I was a double major in business, corporate finance, and then marketing, and I had a minor in sports entertainment management. And yeah, so that's a little bit of history of like how I got to become an adult, and then as an adult, thought I would go and play in the NFL, but it didn't work out. So ended up at the South Carolina Department of Commerce, worked there as a project manager. And essentially, we went out and recruited companies like manufacturer distributors to locate facilities in anywhere in South Carolina or expand current facilities in South Carolina. So had the ability literally to travel the world and sell my state to people who had companies looking to employ South Carolinians. So amazing experience. A incredible network. Had the opportunity to really sit in between what I would say the intersections of big business, medium-sized business, small business, as well as education, higher education in K through 12, mostly 6 through 12, I would say, and then also government, dealing with government officials, dealing with government agencies. And so I was very blessed to have that as a start part of my business career. Finished up that after 6 years, brought nearly $1 billion of investment to the state, over 5,000 jobs as well during that time. So it was very, very humbling and gratifying to be able to do that great work.
I am just honored just hearing your resume.
I appreciate that. I finished up that, and I went and took a crisis management position up in D.C. with one of the clients I was working with at my time at the Department of Commerce. And, that was really interesting. I handled different things for them and really started to see business from a different perspective on the private end and honestly on the small business end, watching an entrepreneur take his talents and, be able to get value for that, the guidance that he provided. So it was great to get that experience. I only did it for about 9 months though, and I came back to the South, where I work for Dixon Hughes Goodman, which is the largest headquartered accounting firm in the Southeast. And I led their economic development negotiated incentives for 3 years before I decided to run for U.S. Congress in 2020, where I ran in the 5th District of South Carolina against Ralph Norman after winning the primary in that June of that year. So amazing experience.
It sounds like it.
I said at the end of that experience that there was no losses, just lessons learned, and
that's what's up.
Took those lessons and started a consulting firm last year called Process First Consulting, and it's a communications, brand and culture enhancement, and strategic business development firm. So that's my background, a little of my history, and how I'm at this point where I'm at now.
At what stage did you find yourself interested in politics?
I was always kind of a curious kid. So I think George Bush, when he was in office, that's when I first started kind of looking.
Senior or junior?
Junior.
Okay.
I think senior, I might have been like 3 or 4.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm old. I'm telling my age.
Yeah. So I was like middle school or so. Is when I started. Even Bill Clinton, I was always curious. Chris Tucker, his impersonation of Bill Clinton, started kind of interested in it. And then as I got older, taking high school classes, I really enjoyed social studies. I used to enjoy U.S. history classes as well. Economics was something that I was always interested in. And then when President Obama, then Senator Obama ran for office, and seeing a black man of his stature and his ability to articulate, it was inspiring. So I really got hooked in. I followed him and his campaign. And then from there, I just always found myself in a position of wanting to give back, do community service, be a part of the community to improve it. And so I've done various things, sitting on boards, I don't know, 7, 8 different type of boards, as well as having a young professional group that I was a part of, help coordinate the monthly meetings. It's called the monthly meeting, where we brought leadership that was currently in place and the younger leadership to discuss issues and how we can also explore opportunities. So I've always just found my way to be in that kind of space, and I think that comes from the leadership that was kind of instilled in me from my family. I think Mimi, you agree with it. Will agree with it.
Yes, definitely. We are a family of leaders, whether we want to lead or not. Piggybacking on what you were saying as far as the different meetings and you working with the youth, do you see or do you feel like there's going to be like a major change in the way politics are, seeing as though we have a younger generation that's getting younger and younger that are getting into politics? Like, do you see any changes coming forth with that?
Yeah, man, I'm an eternal optimist. And that's a question I got asked pretty regularly on the campaign, being that I'm a millennial myself. We grew up in a generation that went through a lot of different changes. And we caught the tail end of changes, started a whole new generation of technology. I'm talking more so from dial-up internet to your MySpace, to your Facebook, to Twitter, and technology was inserted to our lives. But even though we played outside and used to get dirty and all that, so I think we got a very unique perspective and one that I like to call the keep it real generation, because also grew up with this thing called Google. And we can go search it, with our thumbs and figure it out. So I see a trend of accepting people. I don't think race is as much as an issue with our generation. Something we want to deal with. It's always going to be there, but it's just not applicable. We grew up around each other, sharing cultures, and from athletics to entertainment, growing. So I think that definitely is going to be a shift. And the reason it's so potent and the division is so high now, the folks who wants to keep it the same way, keep the power structure away from the people, in my opinion, they're literally getting themselves indicted right now to prevent what I believe is what I call the pursuit to a more perfect union, and that's reflective of all of this.
That's what's up, brother. With your generation, because again, I'm a little older, did you find it a little nerve-wracking as a black man going into politics? Because I can tell you right now, one of the things I'm enjoying about this conversation, even though it's fair, like we've only been talking about 15, 20 minutes, is I love the fact that you're like destroying that myth of black athletes. Like, just your conversation alone, you can tell there's something up there other than just sports.
Well, that's interesting, man. I was talking to my boys the other day, to play athletics on a high level, that's anything above high school, I would say, on a high level. Your intellect, you're not lacking of intellect. You may be lacking of application of intellect, but you don't. It's a lot that you have to process as an athlete, and you literally train yourself to do that. What I've seen a lot of is that we get so fixated in the sport. We get so fixated in that one lane. Some our fault, mostly not, just lack of exposure from all the opportunities that you can use the skill set beyond just your athletic ability, and realize the skills that you have from an intellect ability and apply it a different way. So I always have felt, and I don't know why, and that's why I think divine comes in the universe. God, I try to keep it neutral there because I respect your beliefs.